Welcome to Faber-Castell's Museum Series tutorial. We will learn the techniques you can use to paint any of the Museum Series pieces. We are going to start with Van Gogh's Starry Night. So on here I already have blue painted, a light color blue, painted as my undercolor. So it's like the base color that you'll see. And we're going to add some other colors on top by using a layering technique. So I'm going to start by adding a little bit of the dark blue on top of the light blue. So I'm going to dip my brush in the dark blue, and I'm just going to use these real short, very deliberate brush strokes. So it's just going to be tiny. So I'm going to put a little brush stroke of blue there, a little more paint, and a little brush stroke here. And I'm going to keep adding these short little bursts of paint, of dark paint over the light blue paint. And now I'm going to add some white into that also. Now since I have really dark blue on my brush, I'm going to rinse my brush out real good. And now I'm going to use white. And I want the white to try to be true without turning really a different shade of blue. So I'm going to brush it real gently right over top of the light blue. And it's going to give that look of the wind blowing through the starry night. Now sometimes you might want to make a really long expressive brush stroke. So I'm going to fill my, and I think I'm going to clean my brush out just a little bit, but I'm going to fill my brush with a little bit more paint. And I'm going to try to see how far I can get my paint to last. So I'm going to start at a spot right in the middle of that cloud, and I'm just sort of going to make a long brush stroke. So instead of those real short, deliberate brush strokes, I'm going to make these real long, happy brush strokes. Now I'm going to go back into the dark blue and add a little bit of dark blue. I seem to put a lot of white on here, so I'm going to put a little bit of dark blue right over top of there. And I'm going to also use those real long brush strokes. In some spots I'm going to put some real short brush strokes too. And that'll give your painting a lot of dimension. Now on the Starry Night painting, there's also some background colors that'll use the colors in the sky, but also blend in yellows and give it sort of some different hues. So we're going to add a little bit more color onto our canvas. So I'm going to start out by painting white. There's a lower part of the skyline. I'm going to start by adding some white on there. And I'm using real long, thick amount of paint, brush strokes. And now I'm going to make some short, deliberate brush strokes in some dark blue and then in some light blue. And then I'm also going to take some yellow. So I'm going to start with the little bit of dark blue. Just real short brush strokes. And now I had mixed some light blue to make my sky, to make my clouds. I'm going to use that same light blue, and I mixed it with white and the dark blue together on my palette. And now I'm going to do some short brush strokes there. And now the skyline has a little bit of yellow. It almost looks like a reflection from the town in this beautiful painting, from the lights. So we're going to use a little bit of yellow. Add that yellow right along. And sometimes where my blue and yellow meet, it might make you a surprise color. And that's okay too. We like it to blend together. There's no wrong way to be an artist. And I think I just need a little bit more dark paint and real short brush strokes. And there we have it. I'm painting just like Van Gogh. And you can paint like the masters too. To learn more about the techniques used in the museum series, visit greatartstartshere.com.